Of government houses to public servants, leasing government houses on commercial basis, provision of building consultant services to the government departments and agencies, as well as advising the government on policy.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to begin this event in about 10 minutes. But just before we do, we'd like to say the breakfast is served. Please take your time, walk up to the back of the hall and pick what you like to take for your breakfast. Just after that time, we will all begin in about 10 minutes. Please do yourself a favor, walk up back to the back of the hall to take your breakfast. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like us to call the meeting to order. Can we please get back to our various seats? Now with us the President of the Chamber and Chairman of Council, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. On that note, I'd like us to start. Please let's find somewhere to sit down. Those of us standing behind, except the ushers, please let's find somewhere to sit down. Thank you so much once again. Now that we're all seated and our leaders have also taken their various seats, I'd like us to begin with the opening prayer. And you know, here at SCCI, our custom is to have our national anthem as our opening prayers. So we'll have the two national anthems, that of the Nigeria and Tanzania. Please, can we please be upstanding as we take our opening prayers?
Nigeria,
Thank you so much. Thank you. Please do have your seat. With the opening prayers done, and we'd like to recognize the presence of our leaders here present. I'd like to begin with the recognitions of the Chair and President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry and Chairman of Council, Engineer Leye Kupoli. Please, let's put hands together for the President. With us this morning also, we are privileged to have with us the past President here at SCCI and honorary guest, Consul of the United Republic of Tanzania in Lagos, our mother and leader, Honorable Toki Mabogunje. Good morning, ma'am. Thank you so much. She's here in double position today, past president and of the Tanzania Republic. Thank you so much, sir. We have with us also this morning the Director General of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Dr. Chinyere P. Salmona, FCA. Thank you, ma'am. You see the DGs are done in the color of the brand of SCCI. Thank you so much, as you do always. We would also like to recognize the presence of His Excellency Celestine Gavas Kakele. Put your hands together for him, High Commissioner of the United Republic of Tanzania here in Nigeria. Thank you so much, His Excellency, for being here. We also have the head of delegation of the Investment Promotion Manager here this morning, Daudi Riganda. Put your hands together for him, sir. Thank you so much for coming. We have a long list of the Tanzania delegation to Nigeria. Please pardon me. We have about 15 names. If I keep calling your name, we won't leave here today. Please, let me just do a quick recognition of all of us. Please, for all of us in the house, please, can we please be upstanding as we receive the applause? The delegation from Tanzania. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please do have your seat. For the first opening remark this morning by the Ambassador of the United Republic of Tanzania to Nigeria, please put your hands together for our brother, His Excellency Celestine Kakele. Let's please clap for him for his opening remarks.
Thank you so much, Director of the event. Engineer Leye Kuploy, President of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Chairman of the Council. My sister, Dr. Chinyere Almona, Director General of LCCI. The entire leadership of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce here present. My dear Mama, Toki Mabogunje, former President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Honorary Consul of Tanzania to Lagos. I recognize the presence of Mr. Daudi Riganda, the head of the delegation, and the Manager of Investment Promotion from Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zone Authority. I also recognize the presence of Mr. Sadi Hamis Kambona, Director General of Tanzania SISO Board. I also recognize the presence of Mr. Hamis Haji Dunia, Director of Special Economic Zones from Zanzibar Investment Promotion Authority. Permit me also to recognize the presence of Ms. Amina Mossad Lumuli, the Director of Business Support from Tanzania Building Agents. Similarly, I recognize the presence of Mr. Amil Hamza Umar Ismail, former Vice Chairperson of Tanzania National Chamber of Commerce and Chairman and CEO of Amir Hamza Tanzania Limited. Distinguished members of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce Industry here present, Tanzania government senior officials forming part of the mission, members of the media fraternity, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, habari ya asubuhi. A very good morning to you all. Mr. President, It is about 65 years ago, founding fathers in our respective countries successively led the struggle for independence. They did so with unwavering ambition of a political and economic emancipation. On December 9, 1961, Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere inaugurated the Uhuru, or the Freedom Torch, which was placed at the summit of the Mount Kilimanjaro. And Mwalimu said, the torch will be placed at the summit of the Mount Kilimanjaro as a profound symbol of freedom, hope, and unity to the people of Tanzania and beyond. In Mwalimu's words, I quote, the torch will shine even beyond the borders of our country. Bring hope where there is no hope, love where there is hatred, and respect where there is contempt. End of quote. On his part, Prime Minister Sir Abakar Tafawa Balewa, on the occasion of Independence Day of Nigeria, on October 1st, 1960, among other things, he underscored and reminded fellow Nigerians that political independence is inadequate unless anchored within stability and economic security. These were not empty words from founding fathers of our nations. Mr. President, it was a vision of setting agenda. So while giving credit to the firm foundation they built, we are also obliged to thank the successive leadership of our countries for transforming the ideals of political independence into a sustainable economic emancipation and prosperity championed by the private sector. Mr. President, numbers speak for themselves on the tremendous achievement of economic growth of our countries. In 1960, the year of independence, Nigeria GDP stood at 4.2 billion USD, compared with Tanzania, which was 2.83 billion US dollar. By 2025, Nigeria GDP is at 285 billion US dollar, while Tanzania is at 90.09 billion US dollar, thanks to the sound policies put in place with our respective governments, which has placed special attention to the private sector participation as the engine for sustainable development. And therefore cognizant to the unique embodied character of the Nigerian private sector. More importantly, its assertiveness to search for areas of investment beyond the jurisdiction of Nigeria, and given its muscles in terms of capital, skills, and the appetite to invest, one would obviously choose Nigeria as a first call of point in this endeavor. And that's why, Mr. President, we are here. Mr. President, Chairman of the Council, it goes without saying that Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, since its inception, has remained to be a symbol of strength of the Nigerian private sector in terms of its size and contribution to the socio-economic development of the Lagos state and the country as a whole. So while congratulating you, Mr. President, for a well-deserving appointment as President of LCCI and Chairman of the Council, permit me, on behalf of the government of the United Republic of Tanzania, to extend an appeal to you and the entire leadership, and that of the members of the chamber for opening a new chapter of collaboration in advancing areas of mutual interest for investments and business promotion between our two countries. Mr. President, the theme of our business forum is accelerating investment and trade between Tanzania and Nigeria for economic development. The word accelerating has been purposely picked as a soft reminder to a fact that our level of trade investments between our two countries does not match the available potential. The representative of the Tanzania Investment Promotion is here. He will testify on the numbers. According to the Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zone Authority, from 1997 to January 2025, the country, that is Nigeria, Tanzania has attracted investments worth USD 1,369 million from Nigeria, which have generated about 2,500 jobs in various sectors, including agriculture, infrastructure, manufacturing, transport, finance, and tourism. And here we thank Dangote Industries, Sahara Energy, UBA Bank, GTB Bank, just to mention a few, as many more are coming in. I am confident, Mr. President, that through such initiatives of business forums and trade missions, together we'll be able to change the trajectory for the betterment of our people. Mr. President and dear participants, in the world of business-minded people, logical and sound investment decisions, apart from other factors, are made out of convincing numbers, if all things being equal, or as they say in Latin, ceteris paribus. Just to give you the state of the economy at a glance of Tanzania, the country has maintained a robust economic growth for the past decade, despite facing multiple shocks. Real GDP of Tanzania growth has been on average of 6% growth for the period of 2014 to 2024, peaking at 7% in 2019, before dropping a bit to 4.8% in 2020 for obvious reason, the COVID-related challenges. GDP growth of Tanzania has been largely driven by agriculture, tourism, financial services, trade, construction, and mining on the supply side. Growth is projected to maintain the pace of 6% in 2026, largely increased by activities in manufacturing, construction, tourism, trade, and financial services on the supply side. Inflation remains within the medium-term target of the Central Bank of Tanzania by 5%. In fact, in 2024, the inflation declined to 3% from 3.8% of 2023. Tanzania Global Rating on the Mo Ibrahim Index of African Governance improved from a score of 56.3 in 2018 to 58.2 in 2023, above Africa's average, which stood at 48.7 and 49.3% respectively. Tanzania ranks in top 10 out of 54 countries on African Development Bank's Country Policy Institutional Assessment. They call it CPIA, within an average of 4.23 by 6 for the period of 2018 to 2023. As of February 2026, Moody's ratings affirmed Tanzania long-term and foreign currency issuer ratings at B1 with a stable outlook, with a stable outlook. We believe that with the sound fiscal and monetary policies under the able leadership of Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, we believe such numbers will be maintained into higher heights. Mr. President, the government of the United Republic of Tanzania has inaugurated Vision 2050, or we call it in Swahili, Dira 2050, which will guide our country in the economic course for the next 25 years. Through the Vision 2050, Tanzania is looking forward of becoming an upper middle income country of more than 118 million people with a $1 trillion economy and an average GDP per capita of US $7,000. Again, agriculture, tourism, manufacturing, construction, and real estate, as well as mining, blue economy, sports and creative industry, financial and service sector have been identified as transformative with the potential to realize the goals and targets of the Vision 2050. Mr. President, this mission, therefore, and in particular our today's forum, for me, it serves as an open invitation to all members of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry to join us as we embark on this ambitious journey of hope in building Tanzania that is prosperous, just, inclusive, and self-reliant. We want our good friends from Nigeria to move with us in realizing the Vision 2050. Mr. President, we often attribute the challenges of connectivity as one of the stumbling blocks for a low level of trade among our countries. I'm standing here and I'm very happy to inform you that since September last year, Air Tanzania is connecting Dar es Salaam and Lagos 3 times a week. And therefore, it is bringing together the economic powerhouses of East and West Africa. My appeal to you all, through you, Mr. President, is very simple. Let's take the advantage which comes with the seamless connectivity to advance the investments and business opportunities in line with the continental free trade arrangement. As I conclude, Mr. President, allow me to extend my sincere appreciation to you and to the entire management of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry for the cooperation extended through the High Commission during the preparation of this important forum. I also wish to thank all participants who have found time from their busy schedule to attend the forum. We hope that B2B engagements will set foundations for more constructive business deals in the future. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. May God bless the United Republic of Tanzania. May God bless LCCI. I thank you for your kind attention. Asanteni sana.
Thank you so much, His Excellency, for that powerful opening remarks. Just as His Excellency was doing well with his opening remark, we had one of our top leaders here at SCCI join us. Please join me as we recognize the presence of the immediate past President and Chairman of Council here at SCCI, Mr. Gabriel Idahosa, FC. Please put your hands together for Mr. Gabriel Idahosa. Thank you so much. He is our immediate past president. Just about 3 months ago that he handed over the baton of quality leadership that he has led for Engineer Leye Kupoli. On that note, we'd like to have our president here talk to us, president and chairman of council here at SCCI. Please make welcome for his remarks, Engineer Leye Kupoli, President SCCI. Put your hands together for him.
Thank you, Sandy. When I say Sunday, somebody thought maybe today is Monday, but Sunday is his name. I'm standing on the existing protocol, but when you have Your Excellency here, you need to represent the President of the Republic of Tanzania. I need to recognize him again, the High Commissioner to Nigeria, with your powerful speech. You're welcome back again, and thank you for making this forum possible. Thank you, High Commissioner. My immediate past president, who said he must be here, because this is a home affair. Tanzania and Nigeria have always been a home affair. You can see by the attendance. Mr. Gabriel Idalosa, you are welcome here once again to be with our friend. And our past president, who happened to be the honorary for Tanzania here, representative, she's celebrating. What do you expect? All of us have to be here with her. Mrs. Tokima Bogunye. Yeah. It's so special in our heart. It took us through the COVID, and we had one of the greatest achievements as our president. Madam, thank you for making this one possible. Our dealer of delegation, John, sir, you are welcome to Lagos. And you know when you come, I'm sure this is not your first time. It's your first time. I'm sure within the next 2 months or 3 months, we'll be back in Lagos. Director General, thank you. I know you have a lot of sleepless nights putting this one together. Thank you for making it possible. Our Director General, Dr. Chinira Amona. And our Brigadier General, thank you. I know you say, because I felt your hand, and I know this one might have been part of the artillery hand before. Thank you, sir, for being here. It is with profound honor and strong sense of economic purpose that I welcome you all to this Nigeria-Tanzania Business Forum. On behalf of the Chamber, the forum is not merely a ceremonial engagement. It is a strategic economic intervention designed to reposition bilateral trade and investment relation between two Africa's most systematically important economies. At a time when global trade is undergoing structural realignment, you all agree with me in the last 1 year with Trump 2.0, the supply chain has been regionalized. And this engagement represents a deliberate effort to anchor African growth trajectory on intra-continental commerce, productive investment, and value chain integration. Nigeria and Tanzania share a very long history and very long political solidarity. From the speech of High Commissioner, from Julius Nyerere and our Tawa Balewa, when they were hoping to have a very single country, and when they thought the trade, what we are now doing the last few years, they thought they could have achieved it early in 1960. However, the contemporary global economy, diplomatic goodwill must translate into commercially quantifiable outcome. Both countries are now in a very important stage of economic transformation. While Tanzania is continuing to consolidate in macroeconomic stability through disciplined monetary policy reform, but create a strong foundation for restructured private sector collaboration rather than opportunistic trade. There's several sectors where immediate bilateral gain can be achieved. Agricultural and agro-processing offer opportunity for integrated value chain in cocoa, cashew, cotton, rice, and horticulture. Energy and infrastructure provide another scope for gas to power investment, renewable energy project, and transmission network. Manufacturing offers another perspective for pharmaceutical, textile, building material, and food processing, tourism and air connectivity, and thank you for that initiative. We hope one day Air Nigeria will join Air Tanzania in that regard. As we expand the service of export and people-to-people linkages, while the digital economy enables collaboration for fintech, logistics, technology, and cross-border e-commerce platforms. Though this forum must judge not by the elegance of speeches, but by the quality of the outcome. Our responsibility is to convert dialogue into delivery, policy into project, and goodwill into sustainable enterprise. The Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry stand ready to work with Tanzania counterparts to institutionalize business-to-business platform, develop sector-specific investment, and monitor implementation milestones arising for all the engagement today. I therefore urge all the participants to approach today deliberation with analytic rigor, commercial realism, and strategic ambition. Let us design partnership that generate employment, expand export, and deepen industrialization, and reform Africa economic sovereignty. And I said there was a gap we were discussing. African trade stands for about 14% today, intra-African trade. And we are told within the UN, European country, they have about 65. If I take 15 from 65, I have 50. That shows we have that gap in terms of trade between Africa. And I think this forum is to fill that gap, that we have a challenge. And I think by the position of Tanzania in East Africa, position of Nigeria in West Africa, together, if we show the example, we can achieve for Africa. I wish you happy deliberation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that welcome note. We'd like to delve fully into what we have today, and I promise you it promises to be a great day today. So for a keynote address, we'll have that shortly to be delivered by the Director General of SCCI. But I'd like to first have with us the remarks by the retired Vice President of Tanzania National Chamber of Commerce, Amir Amzat Umar, Chair and CEO of Amir Amzat Tea Limited. Please put your hands together for him as he comes to make his remarks. Thank you, sir. Please come up Thank you. Please, let's keep clapping for him until he comes off the stage.
Your Excellency, the Ambassador of United Republic of Tanzania to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Celestine Gervas Kakele, Honorable Engineer, Honorable Madam Toki Magobunje, Honorable Consulate of Tanzania here in Lagos, Honorable Engineer Lenye Kupolui, President of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industries, Honorable Dr. Chigere Almona, Director General of Legal Chamber of Commerce and Industries, Mr. Daudi Riganda from TISEZA, Mr. Khamisi Haji Dunia from ZIPA, and all the high table distinguished leaders of the business community, distinguished members of the business community, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. As a retired leader of Tanzania Chamber of Commerce, I would like to invite the business community of Nigeria who are seriously thinking of doing business in Tanzania to come and join Tanzania National Chamber of Commerce. Tanzania National Chamber of Commerce, TNCC, was established in the year 1988, and it has extensive national network through 26 regions in Tanzania and over 100 districts plus branches. Plus it has got global affiliations with ICC, PICI, and UADB and other organizations. Also, it has got MOUs across Africa, Europe, Asia, and Americas to enhance business linkages and cooperation. TNCC services are similar to Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry Services. As any chamber anywhere around the world, usually the services are nearly the same, and we've got the same services. The advantages which we have is that our government is listening to us very much, and we work in cooperation with our government, and we thank our President, Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan, with the government and the leaders, that we are cooperating very nicely with the business community. We got our business blueprint, and the government is working on it. With this, I request the business community from Nigeria who want to come to Tanzania, please, you are welcome to join Tanzania Chamber of Commerce, Industries, and Agriculture. That is Tanzania National Chamber of Commerce, TNCC. Being the chairman and CEO of my company, Amiramza Tanzania Limited, please go to the first slide. As you can see in the picture, our company was started way back in 1994, and we got 32 years of existence in coffee industry, and we have been in coffee industry all these years. You can see we built one of the largest soluble coffee plant in Eastern Central Africa. And our capacity is 5,000 tons, and we are ready to supply to Nigeria any amount of instant coffee, soluble coffee required in Nigeria, with full confidence that we can fulfill all the orders required by the customers in Nigeria. Second slide, please. Tanzania produces about 100,000 tons of coffee. Of course, this year's projections are at 90,000 plus the other amount which we are generous. Tanzanians were generous to let our neighbors take our coffee. Because we are neighbors, they also have to enjoy our coffee, so they take them. So we export 90,000 tons of coffee, and we produce 50,000 tons of Robusta and 50,000 tons of Arabica. I mean, 50% Robusta, 50% Arabica, depending on the season, sometimes a bit low, sometimes a bit high. And our strength of the company is that we've got linkages with the companies, with the farmers, to source the right coffee beans which are required for the right taste of our customers. Because there is no coffee in the world we can say this is a bad coffee. It all depends on the taste of person, what type of coffee you want to sip, what type of coffee you want to drink. There are people who like black beans, and there are people who like specialty coffees. If you take specialty coffees to those people who want black beans, they will say this coffee is no good. Whereas the people drinking specialty coffee will say black beans are no good. So all coffee is good, and Tanzania's coffee is excellent. Next slide, please. Our company produces coffee, and we are ready to supply in bulk. We've been exporting in bulk in 25 kg boxes in containers, and we can do it to any size of packaging as required by a customer. And we also have retail packages, as you can see. We got different type of packings, 50 grams of pure instant coffee. We got 50 grams of premium instant coffee. By premium, I mean we blend the instant coffee with specialty coffees which are produced in Tanzania. And we can save Nigerians very well, Nigerian community and the consumers of coffee in Nigeria. They test as being a coffee expert in this industry for 32 years. We've been studying, and we got that coffee right away in Tanzania. There is no need to go out of Africa to buy your coffee. Next slide, please. Nigeria demand, imports, and supply gap. You can see that Nigeria produces around 1,800 tons of coffee in Nigeria, but you consume about 26,000 to 30,000 tons of coffee every year. And that coffee comes from mostly out of Africa. Of course, you source some green beans from Uganda and some other places. Even Tanzania supplies some few green coffee beans. But your soluble coffee, which is a big market, the young generations in Nigeria, they prefer soluble coffee, especially 3-in-1. And this is all sourced from Indonesia, from India, from Asian countries. Whereas we are right away at your door, and we are your brothers on the African continent. We got that coffee for you. You have to come to us. You just have to call us, and we'll supply you the coffee. Next slide, please. With African Continental Free Trade Area, this is our strength. Africa, 54 countries, we need to do business, Africa to Africa trade logistics, and you have to do business within Africa, from any country of Africa to African country. Why should we import coffee which is grown in Africa, value-added in Europe and elsewhere, and then bring it back to Africa? Whereas we got our farmers growing coffee in Africa, we add value to that coffee. We produce instant coffee, and it is better than any coffee. I challenge that if you test our coffee, Tanzanian coffee in cup test is one of the #1 leading coffees, especially Robustas from Tanzania, from Bukoba, Kagera. It is leading in the world. When you go for the coffee competitions, you find it is leading. So in short, I will say that let's do business in Africa for Africa. We are ready for Nigerian businesses. We are here today. We have traveled all the way, although it's month of Ramadan, but we have traveled, most of us, from Tanzania to Nigeria. We are serious in doing business with Nigeria, and I invite all the Nigerian companies here and all which are outside seriously connect with us. We can do business jointly and go together. I thank our embassy, our ambassador and the team from Tanzanian embassy here. I thank the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industries for arranging this meeting and inviting all these people here. And I really thank every business person who has come here. He has given his time to attend this business forum, and I know everybody is serious here. Karibuni sana, asanteni sana. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, CEO, for that challenge and call for us to do business in Africa for Africa. All right, for a keynote address, I promise you this will come at this period. Please make welcome Dr. Chinyere Almona, FCA Director General, SCCI. Please, let's clap for her. International Women's Week. Please, let's keep clapping, please.
Good morning. morning, everyone. Ah, that's not energetic enough. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, that's better, but not good enough. Good morning, everyone. We're getting there. So I'll stand on existing protocol because, see, everybody who is at the high table, we've called their names over and over and over. So I'll stand on existing protocol and say, good morning, sirs. And for those who came in from Tanzania, can I see a show of hands, those who are coming to Nigeria for the first time? First time in Nigeria. Wow. Please, you know how we do in Nigeria? Nigerians sitting beside them, please welcome them, shake them and welcome them. Please put up your hands so they can see you. Can you please get up and shake somebody? Welcome them nicely. This is their first time in Nigeria. Wonderful. There are some at the back as well. Please, give them a very warm welcome. Nigerians are warm, welcoming, friendly. Please exchange cards after now. We want to do business with each other, so we have to be, we have to be able to relate with one another. Okay. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure, a real pleasure, to give a keynote address at this Tanzania-Nigeria Business Forum. Now, this forum today comes at a very important moment in Africa. And across the continent, we are witnessing renewed enthusiasm for doing business with one another. There's a renewed momentum for regional trade, investment partnerships, and economic integration. We all get it, and we are all interested and excited about doing business with one another. The relationship between Nigeria and Tanzania represents an important bridge between West Africa and East Africa. These are two regions with immense economic potential. And our engagement today is not just about strengthening bilateral trade, it is about advancing Africa's economic integration agenda. From the presentation of His Excellency and the presentation of my president, you will see that there are similarities in the sectors of interest. Nigeria and Tanzania are among Africa's most strategically positioned economies. Nigeria remains Africa's largest economy with a GDP estimate at over $250 billion and a population of more than 220 million people, and one of the continent's most vibrant entrepreneurial ecosystem. Tanzania, meanwhile, has built a reputation as one of East Africa's most stable and fastest growing economies. Even the statistics that His Excellency shared tells you that Tanzania is fast growing. It also has strong performance in agriculture, mining, tourism, and infrastructure development. So with a population exceeding 65 million people, Tanzania serves as a strategic gateway to the East Africa community, a regional market of more than 300 million consumers. Together, our two countries represent a combined market of nearly 300 million people, nearly 300 million consumers, a powerful foundation for expanded trade and investments. But despite the fundamentals and the enormous potential between our economies, everyone who's spoken before me have expressed the fact that the trade volumes are lower than expected. The trade volume between Nigeria and Tanzania is disproportionate to the size of the market, to the size of the potential of both economies. Nigeria imported approximately $36.3 million worth of goods from Tanzania in 2024. Nigeria's export to Tanzania remains below $1 million annually in some recent trade records, reflecting a limited but emerging trade relationship. Now, these figures highlight a very clear reality. The trade potential between us remains untapped. Current trade flows have not reflected the productive capacity of both countries, nor the size of both countries. And so we see a lot of latent demand. The representative from TNCC just presented to you the fact that even in coffee, there's a huge demand that we can get from Tanzania, but we'll go across the rivers to Asia to find it. This disconnect highlights structural barriers rather than market failure. These include limited trade intelligence, weak transport connectivity, but thanks, His Excellency has told us that Air Tanzania is flying frequently to Nigeria, and our president has said that we are hopeful that Air Nigeria will join soon. So apart from the weak transport connectivity, insufficient institutionalized business platforms to bring businesses together, and suboptimal utilization of continental trade frameworks. So the purpose of this forum today is kind of corrective in nature, to convert macroeconomic potential into bankable projects, enterprise partnerships, and measurable trade volumes. And this is precisely why gatherings such as this is so important. And I'm glad that we have been able to partner to make this work. Now, the AFCFTA opportunity is transformative in nature. And it looks at the development in Africa's economic landscape and to ensure that AFCFTA can deploy the resources within the different African countries and bring them together. It has created the largest free trade area in the world by a number of participating countries. But like my president said earlier, the trade is abysmally low. And so while we are expecting to increase that trade volume, we want to be, as players in the organized private sector, to be part of the success story for AFCFTA. If Nigeria and Tanzania leverage AFCFTA effectively, we can expand regional value chains, we can strengthen manufacturing capacity, we can reduce dependence on extra-continental imports, and create jobs across Africa. But AFCFTA will only succeed if the private sector actively drives cross-border trade and investments. Some of the key areas for Nigeria-Tanzania economic cooperation will include sectors such as agriculture and agro-processing. I remember during the president of Afreximbank's inaugural speech, he did say that Afreximbank is no longer interested in funding mere trade. They want to fund value addition, industrialization. So we see that as we do business with one another, we can expand our capacity to produce. So agriculture remains a cornerstone of both economies, and opportunities exist in fertilizer supply chains, food processing, commodity trading, agricultural technology. Strengthening these value chains can significantly improve food security across Africa. Manufacturing is another area. Africa must accelerate its transition from commodity export to industrial production. Nigeria and Tanzania can collaborate in areas such as pharmaceuticals, textiles, garments, consumer goods, manufacturing, industrial inputs, and industrial partnerships generally, which will create regional manufacturing hubs. In the energy and natural resource sector, we know that energy remains central to Africa's development. I was at a World Bank event recently, and the World Bank has a massive target on power, how to power the continent, because it is clear we can't develop in darkness. So power is important. Both countries have opportunities in natural gas development, renewable energy investments, energy infrastructure. Joint investment initiative could support industrial growth across both regions. The next sector I'll look at is logistics and trade facilitation. Trade between West Africa and East Africa still faces logistical challenges. There are opportunities for collaboration in maritime trade routes, and I see the chair of my maritime sector here. Port infrastructure needs to be upgraded. Logistics technology, cargo connectivity between regional hubs. Improving logistics will significantly reduce trade costs across the continent. But His Excellency also mentioned tourism, which is a very critical aspect. And when you think of tourism, you can imagine the several subsectors within tourism and the job creation potential of tourism. And with the seamless connectivity with Air Tanzania, we can actually leverage in both countries. Now, the role of the private sector is critical. While governments provide the policy framework, business leaders drive trade and investment. No matter how great the policy framework is, if we don't have businessmen and women wanting to engage and do business together, it won't work. But also, no matter how passionate we are about doing business together, if we don't have an enabling policy framework, we will also be struggling. So we need both sides to work together. And private sector institutions such as the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, my colleague in Tanzania said they were established in 1988. So we are 100 years older than you. 100 good years. Because Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry was established in 1888. And we play a vital role in facilitating international partnerships and creating platforms for business engagement. And may I also say, just like my colleague said from Tanzania, if you're coming to do business in Nigeria, consider becoming a member of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Our goal is to ensure that conversations like today can translate into concrete investments, joint ventures, technology partnerships, and expanded trade networks. We do not want to live here having spoken nice English and trade has not happened. So we actually want to live here having done certain things well. Now, looking ahead, to unlock the full potential of Nigeria-Tanzania Economic Cooperation, we must focus on 5 things. One is expanding business-to-business partnerships. And as you engage with Nigeria, I would say to those coming from Tanzania, as you engage with the Nigerian counterparts, do not just engage for yourself. Engage for other businesses that haven't come. Who should come and who should engage? Because you are the first point now that you have come in here, you have met people, and so you open the door for others within your sector to come in. So we must expand the business-to-business partnerships. We must improve trade facilitation mechanisms. We must strengthen regional value chains and deepen those value chains. We must leverage the AfCFTA opportunities across board. We should also encourage cross-border investment. If we succeed, the impact will extend far beyond our 2 countries to the other African economies, and that's what we want. We want to be the catalyst for what will happen across Africa. So in conclusion, distinguished guests, the future of Africa's prosperity lies in greater collaboration between African economies. Nigeria and Tanzania have the opportunity to demonstrate how strategic partnerships between West Africa and East Africa can accelerate trade, investment, and economic integration. Let this forum mark the beginning of stronger commercial partnerships and deeper economic cooperation between our 2 countries. I'll end with this quote. When African businesses trade with African businesses, we do not only create wealth, we build the foundation of Africa's economic sovereignty. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much, Madam DG. Please, let's put our hands together for Madam DG again. Thank you, ma'am. We are still in the mood of International Women's Day. Yesterday was the day, but it's still this week. So for every woman you see around, please celebrate them. These are great people. Without women, you just be claiming you are a man. No man exists without a woman. Once again, put your hands together for Madam DG for leading well here at SCCI. Leading very excellently well. All right, so we'd like to have an overview of the investment climate and opportunities in Tanzania. This will be done by Mr. Daudi Riganda. I believe I got that well. Put your hands together for Mr. Riganda. Thank you,
sir. Good morning, everyone. Excellencies, all protocol observed. Without further ado, I'll go straight to my presentation, which focuses on investment climate and opportunities available in Tanzania mainland. And I'm saying Tanzania mainland because Tanzania comprises of two parts, two countries united in 1964 to form Tanzania. We have Tanzania mainland, we have Zanzibar. Now when it comes to investment promotion, we have in each part an investment promotion authority responsible for that. So for the Zanzibar, my colleagues who are representing the Zanzibar Investment Promotion Agents will come to give their presentation. Next, please. Next slide. So I'll start by explaining on what Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority is. This is a new established government agency that is responsible for promoting, attracting, and coordinating investment in the Tanzania mainland. It was established last year, 1st July 2025. So as we speak, it has only, I can say it has only 7 months time since established last year. So it is just 7 months old. The purpose for its establishment was to streamline investment processes and encourage and attract investments from both foreign and local or domestic. So we are not only for foreign investors, but we also encourage local investors to establish projects within the country. So in facilitating investments, we have a one-stop facilitation center, as you can see from the right-hand side. That is a one-stop facilitation center, which comprises of a number of government, ministries, departments, and agencies that in one way or another save or facilitate investors in our country. So we have a total number of 15 MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies that assist investors who are applying for various permits, approvals, and licenses. So we have the Tanzania Revenue Authority, we have the National Environment Management Council, we have the Ministry of Lands, we have the Department of Immigration, we have the Ministry of Labor, we have the Tanzania Electric Company Limited, we have the TMDA, that is Tanzania Medical Devices Authority, just to name a few. So all those departments are within the Tanzania Investment Center, where we have a special one-stop facilitation center just to assist investors who are applying for various permits, approvals, and licenses. But last year we also established the Tanzania Electronic Investment Window, which requires investors not to come physically to our office, but they can sit anywhere they are and apply for those permits, licenses, and approvals electronically. So don't need to come physically. You can do that from wherever you are when you're applying for any permit or any license or any approval that is related to investment in Tanzania. We also have a special unit for giving aftercare services to our investors. So once investors are registered in Tanzania, they are not left alone. They are assisted, they are visited by our officers to see how well they are progressing. If they are facing any hurdles, any challenge, any problem, our team will be there to assist them. We want to make sure that investors do invest smoothly in our country. So that's the Tanzania Investment and the Special Economic Zones Authority. Next slide, please. So why should you choose to come and invest in Tanzania? There are a number of reasons why you should invest in Tanzania and not in any other country in Africa. The first reason is because of friendly environment. Friendly environment. And we also have another good reason why you should choose to invest in Tanzania due to economic stability. Our economy has been growing well for the past 10 years, just an average rate of 7%. And last year, our economy grew at 5.3%, which is even better than many European countries. For those who have visited, for those who read economic reports, they can see Tanzania did well economically. And our plan for this year is to make sure our economy grows at 6%, just 6%, from 5.3% to 6%. That's our plan. So our economy is growing well, and that's another reason. The other reason is because of rich natural resources. Tanzania is blessed to have many and abundant natural resources, ranging from land. We have a very arable land. We have minerals, and some of those minerals are only available in Tanzania, not in any country in the world. We also have a big reserve of oil and gas in Tanzania. The oil reserve, I mean the gas reserve, natural gas reserve is estimated at 53 trillion cubic meters. So that's huge amount. And the other reason is because of the strategic location of our country. Tanzania, for those who have visited Tanzania, our country is located on the eastern part of Africa. So trading from Tanzania, between Tanzania and other countries, including Asian countries, is possible. Trading between Tanzania and landlocked countries is also possible. Tanzania is surrounded by 7 landlocked countries, and all those countries are depending on our ports. So we are strategically located. There is also another reason, which is very, it has been attracting many investors to come and invest in Tanzania, and that is the access to markets. The population of Tanzania is not as big as you have here in Nigeria. Our population right now is estimated at 64 million or even more, 64 to 70. That itself assures or gives investors confidence why they should come to invest in Tanzania, because there is that market within the country. But we are also a member of the East African community. The population of the East African community right now is more than 200. So it is the same as the population of Nigeria. So when you invest in Tanzania, you can do business within the country of Tanzania or within the East Africa region. But Tanzania is also a member of the SADC region, where the population is more than 400 million people. So that's another reason why you should also choose to invest in Tanzania. The other reason is because of good investment laws that we have. There are also investment guarantees to protect investors, especially foreign investors. Tanzania has signed a number of agreements, a number of treaties to protect investors. We are a member of a multilateral investment guarantee agency. We are also a member of the ICSID, that is the International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes. So if there is any dispute between the investor and the government, and still that dispute is not resolved using our domestic courts, you can take it to international, to the international arbitration. And it's allowed, that's possible. And the aim is to protect our investors when they're investing in our country. We also have a very strong public-private engagement in our country, and a well-developed infrastructure. Well-developed infrastructure ranging from roads, road transport, railroad transport, and ports, without forgetting the power supply. We have a very reliable power in Tanzania, and as you know, you cannot invest, especially those who are investing in manufacturing, if there's no power. So in our country, power is stable, is reliable, and that itself, again, encourages investors to come and invest in Tanzania. Another slide, please. So this slide shows how the country is connected by roads. The country is well connected from Dar es Salaam to western part of the country, connecting Tanzania and other neighboring countries. So we are well connected, as you can see from that slide. Next, please. This slide shows the cost of power, the cost of electricity in Tanzania. If you compare Tanzania and the other East African countries, you'll find that Tanzania provides a very cheap electricity tariff. Very cheap, the lowest electricity tariff compared with other East African countries, Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda, and other neighboring countries. And soon, I think by June, we are going to officiate the Mwalimu Nyerere hydro power, which is going to generate about 2,115 megawatts. It's almost complete right now, and I'm informed that it will be officiated June this year. So this dam is going to just to add on the power that we currently have, and it will make Tanzania sufficient in power, and we plan also to export the surplus of that to our neighboring countries. Next, please. Next slide. So we have four categories of investments. What does this mean? You can choose to invest as a normal investor, and that's the first category. You can choose to invest as a strategic investor, and that is the second category. You can choose to invest in our export processing zone as an investor, or in our special economic zones, and that's the fourth category. So let me start with the first one. If you want to invest in Tanzania as a normal investor, if you are a local investor, the minimum investment capital that will be required to have is 50,000 US dollar. 50,000 US dollar, or Tanzanian money equivalent to 50,000 US dollar. But if you want to invest as a foreign investor, the minimum investment threshold would be 500,000 US dollar. That is $500,000. But that comprises the value of land, value of buildings, machinery, plants, vehicles, furniture. So the total should not be below 500,000 US dollar. That is the requirement for foreign investors. The second category, as I said, is for strategic investors. This category requires investors to have big investment capital. The amount of investment capital is bigger than that required for the normal investors. Strategic investors, if they are local, yes, let's proceed, please. Okay, so strategic investors, if those investors are local, the minimum investment capital that will be required is 20 million US dollar. And for foreign investors is 50 million US dollar. These are big projects. And since they are big projects, they will benefit, they will enjoy more incentives compared to those incentives that are granted to normal investors. Strategic investors enjoy more incentives, and they can even negotiate with the government on the incentive that they want. Why? Because we expect such projects to provide many jobs, to bring more technology, and also to help the government in forex, foreign exchange earnings. So for the first category, the decision is made by the Director General of the Tanzania Investment Special Economic Zones Authority. He has the power to approve or disapprove the applications of all investors who are applying for a certificate of incentives as a normal investor. But for the strategic investors, the decision is made by the National Investment Development Committee. And this committee is headed by the Prime Minister of the United Republic of Tanzania, but it comprises of other ministers, like the Minister responsible for finance, the Minister responsible for investment, Minister responsible for industries. We also have the Governor General of the Central Bank of Tanzania, the Commissioner General of the Tanzania Revenue Authority, as well as the Attorney General of the government. So the decision is made by high level and not by our institution. The other category, as I said, is for EPZ, Export Processing Zone investors. If you want to invest as an EPZ investor, you invest either in the area that is demarcated for that purpose, but can also be outside. But the major requirement would be, if you invest in those areas, then the export should be not less than 80%. What you will be producing, what you will be manufacturing, should be for export, at least 80% for export. You can export 100%, 90%, or 80%, but not below 80%. That's the major requirement. But for those who are investing in special economic zones, they can produce for domestic market or for export. So it will depend on your choice. If you want to sell it locally, if you want or you want to export it, that will also be allowed. There is no restriction for the sales investors. But the other major requirement is on the amount of capital. If you want to invest in sales on export processing zone areas, if that investor is a foreigner, the minimum investment capital would be 500,000 US dollars. But for the local investors, it will be 100,000 US dollars. Next, please. Next slide. So these are some of the incentives that are granted to our investors, especially category 1, normal investors. Remember, strategic investors enjoy more incentives, and those incentives are not standard. They are not uniform. They can be assessed depending on the nature of the project and the need of the investor, and how you negotiate also with the government. But for the normal investors, the incentives are standard. They apply equally to all normal investors. So what are the incentives? These incentives can be categorized into two. They can be divided into two. We have fiscal incentives and non-fiscal incentives. Tax incentives or non-tax incentives. So let me start with the non-tax incentives. Let me start by the tax incentives. Examples of the tax incentives that are granted to normal investors are on importation of capital goods. So if you import capital goods, and capital goods, these are like machineries, plants, and related equipment. all those are termed as capital goods. So once you import them, there will be no import duty. The import duty is 0 if you import capital goods. But there are also deemed capital goods. These are not purely capital goods, but you can deem them capital depending on the nature of the project. So all deemed capital goods enjoy 75% exemption, especially on importation of those materials. The import duty will be exempted by 75%. And investors will be allowed to pay only 25% plus VAT. And our import duty in Tanzania is charged depending on the value of the item. But the standard rate is 25%. 25%. So instead of paying 25% of the import duty, the government will exempt you 75% of the 25%. And you will only pay 25%, the remaining, and the VAT, value added tax. For those investors who are investing in some of our priority sectors, and our priority sectors are like manufacturing of textiles. If we want to invest in textile industry, if we want to invest in leather industry, or if we want to invest in the pharmaceutical industry. Those are our priority sectors. So again, our investors will receive a reduction of the corporate tax to 20%. Our normal corporate tax is 30% in Tanzania, and that corporate tax is charged on profit. So instead of paying 30% if you invest in pharmaceuticals, in leather industry, or in textile, instead of paying 30% of the corporate tax, you will pay 20%. But that will be during the first 5 years of the operation of the project. Only during the first 5 years of the operation of the project. Those who are investing in assembly of motor vehicles, tractors, manufacturing of engine bars, the corporate tax again be reduced to 10%. So instead of paying 30%, you will pay 10% of the corporate tax just in the first 5 years of the operation of the project. Next slide, please. And these are tax incentives that are granted to those investors who are investing in EPZ, export processing zones, and in SEZ, special economic zones. For these investors, they will enjoy corporate tax, exemption of corporate tax for 10 years. There will be you will not pay any corporate tax for 10 years. And again, you also enjoy for 10 years, you will not be paying all taxes, levies, related to local government authorities. So in Tanzania, each local government has imposed the levies or taxes. So if you invest in all those areas, you'll be exempted from paying paying them. But our investors will also be exempted from payment of VAT and the welfare charges at the port. They will not be also charged. So again, for EPZ and for sales, investors enjoy also more incentives. But the condition, remember, if you want to invest in those areas, the minimum investment capital should be 500,000 if you are a foreigner, and 100,000 if you are a local investor. Next slide, please. These are non-tax incentives. The first one is on a number of expertise that you would need for that particular project. The Investment Act allows all investors who are registered to employ foreign expatriates, but not more than 10. The number should not be more than 10. But if you want more than 10, you should justify why do you need more than 10. After justifying, the government will allow you to add one more. If you want more expertise, the ratio would be 1 to 10. You bring one more expatriate, you create 10 more jobs to our local staff. You bring 2, you create 20 jobs to our local staff. You bring 3, you create 30 jobs to our local staff. But that additional will be not mandatory. It will depend on the nature of your project. But the first 10 expertise is automatic. There's no restriction. You can bring them to assist you, to help you during the implementation of the project. So that is the first non-tax incentive. The second non-tax incentive is on the access to international arbitration. As I said, Tanzania is a member of the Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency and also a member of the ICSID, the National Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes. So there is that access to international arbitration if you are granted the certificate of incentives. But the other one will be access to the one-stop facilitation services. You remember on my first slide, I showed you the one-stop center, one-stop facilitation center. So once you are registered, you will have that access to be facilitated, to be helped, to be assisted during the implementation of that project. And the other interesting non-tax incentive is on the repatriation of the profit. Investors are also allowed to repatriate or to transfer. They can transfer that profit made in our country after payment of all related taxes. They can transfer it to wherever they want without any restriction. Next slide, please. So let me go quickly on some of the investment opportunities available in Tanzania mainland. As you can see from that slide, there are 10 opportunities, 10 investment opportunities in every sector. And these sectors were selected as per the national vision of 2050. There are 9 transformative sectors As His Excellency High Commissioner of Tanzania indicated, we have a number of transformative sectors that are going to transform the economy of Tanzania in the next 25 years. So these sectors are like agriculture and agro-processing. We also have the services sector, the blue economy, the manufacturing, industrial manufacturing. We also have the creative, as well as the real estate, mining, tourism, and energy. So let me go quickly one by one. Next slide, please. So for the case of agriculture and agro-processing, as you can see from the slide, this is the heart of the economy of Tanzania, because about 65% of the people of Tanzania are in that sector. This sector has provided many jobs to the people of Tanzania, but it contributes to around 23.4% to our GDP. And the growth rate is only 4% per annum. So what are the major cash crops and the food crops growing in Tanzania? For cash crops, the major cash crops are like coffee, and that's why we have Mr. Amir here, who is representing that sector. We have the sisal. Sisal is also one of the major cash crops growing in Tanzania. We have a representative from the sisal board. Another one is tea. We also have tobacco. We have cocoa. We have palm oil. We have crops like cashew nuts. All those are examples of cash crops growing in Tanzania. But we also have major food crops that are growing in our country. These are like maize, wheat, rice, just to name a few. So for those investors who want to invest in our country, we encourage them to come to invest by producing or by establishing major commercial farms in our country, but also in value addition, to process those crops and not to trade, not to export them in its raw form. So there is that opportunity for all investors who have an interest in this sector. The other one, please, the other slide. The other one this is the subsector, livestock. As you know, Tanzania is the second largest in terms of livestock population in Africa. So there are opportunities in fattening the animals, in leather industry, meat processing, in dairy industry, just to name a few. So we'll share this because of time, because I'm informed that I have only 2 minutes. So I'll just go fast. Another one, please, another slide. This is the forestry. There is an opportunity in this sector as well, where I'll share this one. You'll see where the opportunities for this sector in Tanzania. Next, please. blue economy, starting from fishing, deep fishing, in ecotourism, also in building, establishing or constructing harbor or port for fishing industry in Tanzania, especially along our major freshwater lakes and the Indian Ocean that is bordered by bordering our country on the eastern side. The other one is on financial services, and the fourth is let's go quickly, please. In services, we also have that opportunity for those who have interest to invest in this sector. The fifth is in creative industries, sports, and innovation. Let's go to another industry and manufacturing. And for industry and manufacturing, we are targeting investors in pharmaceutical industry, in textile, and in edible oil. Next, please. Yeah, this slide shows where TISEZA owns flagship projects, especially in our special economic zones. We have one special economic zone in Bagamoyo, which contains about 151 hectares of land. We have demarcated that for our investors who want to start projects in any of the manufacturing sector to come and do that in that area. But we also have another special economic zone in Kwala and Nala in Dodoma, and another one in Kahama, where there is a very special area for those who want to add value on minerals. Next, please. Next. So these are the some of the subsectors in the manufacturing sector. I said we are targeting investors, we're encouraging investors in some of the priority sectors, including pharmaceuticals, textile, and apparel, as well as edible oil. Next, please. In automotive as well. Next. Next. In tourism, Tanzania is blessed to have a number of tourist attractions, and all those tourist attractions encourage also for more investments in Tanzania, ranging from establishment of tourist hotels, tourist lodges, tour operation activities, golf courses, conference, establishment of conference halls, just to name a few. Next, please. In construction and real estate, we have representatives from the Tanzania Building Agency. They will talk more about this, so let's skip it. In energy, let's go to our final, the last one. Yes, this slide shows number of projects registered by TISEZA, and it was work explained by the High Commissioner. As you can see, since 1997 to January this year, TISEZA registered 35 investment projects from Nigeria. And the leading sector is manufacturing. followed by transportation, as well as agriculture. So this slide shows or tells us that we still need to do more. We still need to do more compared to other Western countries, Asian countries that have already invested in Tanzania. Africa should be built by Africans themselves. We should not wait for Europeans, for the Chinese to come to help us in our own development. We should support each other. And that's why we are here just to share with you this information and to encourage you that our doors are open. Whenever you are ready, you are welcome to come and invest in Tanzania. We'll be available during the B2B session for those who have questions, those who want to know more about investing in Tanzania. Our team will be here to share with you more information. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that very detailed. I know at the point I was kind of urging you to wrap up. I'm convinced that during the B2B session, we afford the opportunity for us to relate, ask questions that are necessary, and get answers to our concerns. We'd like to have, for the next 15 minutes, the investment climate and opportunity in Zanzibar. Please put your hands together for Hamis Haji Duina for this special session. 15 minutes, I know there will be opportunity for you to relate thereafter. Thank you.
Thank you. Engineer Lenye Kupoluyi, President and Chairman of Lagos Chamber of Commerce, Your Excellency, High Commissioner of United Republic of Tanzania to Nigeria, all protocol observed, Nigerian business community, Tanzanian business community, good afternoon. My name is Hamis Dunia from Zanzibar Investment Promotion Authority. I am the Director of Special Economic Zone. Zanzibar Investment Promotion Authority, this is the government investment agency that is responsible for investment promotion and facilitation based in Zanzibar. Thanks to Mr. Daudi, he has already introduced the two parts of United Republic of Tanzania, and I will be talking about investment opportunity on Zanzibar Island. Can you go to the next slide, please? So for the interest of time, I will be very quick, very precise. For more discussion and question we'll have during our B2B session. My presentation will just outline about Zanzibar, but I will not talk about that. That has already been explained. I will talk about investment climate and trend. Then I will talk about investment opportunity available within the island. Can you go to the next slide, please? The next slide, please, again. So Zanzibar is a very small island, just under 2 million population. But fortunately, economically, we have been performing it very, very steadily. Our economic growth show about 7% economic growth, and we are very happy about that. The reason why should you invest in Zanzibar, I think things has already been explained as a whole in Tanzania, but I will talk about one point. The very important point is about the flexibility of the government willingness to welcome foreign investors and the private investor, and the flexibility of the government to sit on the table to have discussion and for the establishment of your investment project. Can I go to the next slide, please? Okay, so I will talk a little bit about this one, about the transformation of investment, private investment in Zanzibar. So in the last 5 years alone, Zanzibar has been registering through ZIPA about 500 private investment projects. These 500 worth about 6.2 billion US dollars. Again, 6.2 may not seem a lot, but if you take a look at Zanzibar, the size of Zanzibar, the economy of Zanzibar, and even the population of Zanzibar, these are really promising numbers. And if you take a look at that, the distribution between the foreign and domestic investors, you can see the foreign investors, they contribute about 66%, and domestic investors contribute about 34%. This just shows you how friendly and conducive business and investment environment within the island for the foreign investor and for a private investor. This happened because we have a very good visionary leader, His Excellency Dr. Hussein El Mwinyi. Since he took office in 2020, he has been transforming Zanzibar economy and Zanzibar direction toward that. Even now we have reached to a lower middle income economy because of his vision in the collaboration with Her Excellency Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan. Can we go to the next stage, please? Again, this is very important for the Nigerian business community to understand. So normally, since the establishment of ZIPA, we have registered about almost 1,300 private investors. However, within these 13 private investors, about 500 of those have been registered just in the last 5 years. So about 40% of all projects registered in Zanzibar have been registered in the last 5 years. This just shows you because of the government regulatory framework, investment policy, a very conducive business environment that we have been welcoming private investors, and you can see the direction of the private investors is going to a very right position, and that's why we have been enjoying these private investors, and we have been seeing transformation of the Zanzibar economy from where it was to where it is right now. Can we go to the next stage? Next slide, please. Okay, again, this slide is very important. If you take a look at the top 10 of investors in by 25 in Zanzibar, unfortunately, there is no any West Africa countries that is within the top 10 investor in Zanzibar. Hopefully, after these forums and this initiative the government is taking, that will be convincing the Nigerian business community to be in those top 10 in order to be part of the economic transformation that we have. It has already been explained. The diplomatic relationship that we have does not reflect the economic and trade relationship they have between Tanzania or Zanzibar and Nigeria. I think now it's about time for the Nigerian business community to take a part in the transformation of Zanzibar economy for the mutual benefit in both countries. Can you go to the next slide, please? Okay, investment opportunities. Yeah, a lot has been talked about by Mr. Daudi, His Excellency. I will talk about very priority areas for the investment opportunity within the island. Zanzibar is an island surrounded by the Indian Ocean. So naturally, our economic are going to the direction of utilizing the marine resource that we have. That's why we do have a blue economy policy. So blue economy policy for the context of Zanzibar is the utilization of marine resource and coastal resource for the economic transformation within the island. So within the blue economy umbrella, we do have tourism, which contribute about 50% of Zanzibar GDP, but also we have maritime trade and infrastructure. We also have oil and gas. I know Nigerians, this is your leading sector to the Nigerian GDP. And in Zanzibar, we have recently discovered the presence of oil and gas within the island. So we are welcoming all the potential Nigerian investors who are going to partner with the government in the exploration and hopeful extraction of this newly discovered resource. But also within the blue economy, we do have deep sea fishing and aquaculture, but the Zanzibar direction is not just limited within the blue economy. We also have a real estate. A real estate, this is the leading sector after tourism. In the last 5 years alone, if you take a look at the number of investment registered within ZIPA, real estate contributed about 22% of all projects registered within ZIPA. So I know most of you guys want to diversify and expand your investment project. If you want to take a part in the real estate market, Zanzibar is your destination. The real estate market is booming, and we have been receiving a lot of number of tourism. If you take a look at the number of international visitors arriving in Zanzibar, it has been recorded about almost 800,000. So 800,000 with the population of 2 million, and with the size of that island, you can see the potentiality of the real estate market in Zanzibar. But also, you know, we do have aviation and ICT, and I understand Nigeria is way ahead when it comes to fintech. So I'm welcoming all investors who want to take a part in these important opportunities. Can we go to the next slide, please? Okay, so I have spoken about the private project. These are the projects that you as an investor, you come with your investment proposal, with your own capital and invest in Zanzibar. But also there are opportunities for the public project. These are those projects you can partner with the government through the PPP arrangement. So these are just a few of those investment projects, and we do have a lot. I would be more than happy to sit down with you to have more discussion when it comes to this project. Can we go to the next one, please? Can we go to the next one, please? Yes, also ZIPA is also responsible or is mandated for the custodian of the special economic zone, and I am for now responsible for that department. So in Zanzibar, we also have a special economic zone, meaning you can have investment outside the economic zone, but also within the free economic zone, which are more incentivized than other areas. Can we go to the next one, please? And next slide, please. Can we go to the next one, please? Just the next one. Next one. Next. Okay. Hold on for that one. Yes, so we have seen all the investment opportunity that we have, but also the procedures. It's very simple, very straightforward. You do all the application online. You submit your application, then we issue certificate. But the criteria is very simple. We do have a foreign investment, a domestic investment. So for a foreigner who wish to invest in Zanzibar, for real estate and the hotel sector, the minimum is $2.5 million. But for other sectors, apart from those two, is 500,000 US dollars. So basically, you come with your capital, then we register your investment project, and you start the operation. Can you go to the next one, please? Yes, the investment incentives. We have talked about a lot of incentives, but the most important one is 100% foreign ownership is allowed. I understand most countries, if you're a foreigner, you need to have a local partner for the establishment of investment project, but within Zanzibar, 100% foreign ownership is allowed. You don't have to have a local partner if you don't wish to have one. But also a real estate buyers. You remember I mentioned about real estate investment opportunity. So we have introduced a new incentive for a real estate buyer. So if you are a foreigner, you want to have a house, you want to have a holiday house in Zanzibar, and that house costs about 100,000 and above, you will be eligible to have a residence permit for you, your spouse, and 4 of your children. So this just gives you the incentive first as a real estate developer, as the real estate investor, but also as the real estate buyer. So this is very important for Nigerian community who wish to have a home, who wish to be a part of this community. To the next one, please. Yes, so investment, how do we facilitate? Again, like I mentioned, I'm from ZIPA. This is Zanzibar Investment Promotion Authority. It's a one-stop facilitation center. If you come to the center, we register your project in a streamlined situation. We issue your investment project. And along with me, I have come with a very important person, Madam Shida. If you can just raise your hand, wave to the audience. She is the director of investment facilitation. She is the one who's going to register your project and facilitate all the service that you need for the establishment of your investment project. To the next one, please. Okay, so before I know I'm running out of time, but I will just say this. Zanzibar is very safe, it's very friendly, and we are here for a reason. We chose this country for a reason, so we will please urge you to come to Zanzibar, and we'll be more than happy to sit down with you to share more details about the incentives, opportunities, and other areas. But also, if you allow me, I have a very short video, so just to see, you know what they say, seeing is believing. So let's just enjoy the video, and thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you. So this video and the one that was supposed to be played after the first engagement, so let's have the two Play.
A land of unparalleled beauty, rich heritage, and endless possibilities, nestled along the sparkling waters of the Indian Ocean. This island is more than just a tropical paradise. It is a dynamic business hub, a gateway to global markets, and a place where investment opportunities are boundless. This is Zanzibar, a place where strategic location meets opportunity. Positioned at the crossroads of Africa, the Middle East and beyond, Zanzibar boasts an international airport with direct access to key global cities and a deep water port that facilitates international trade. As a proud member of the East African community, Zanzibar opens the door to the market of over 500 million people, making it an ideal hub for trade, commerce, and logistics. Adding to its growing economic potential is the Micheweni Special Economic Zone, a bold initiative designed to drive industrialization, innovation, and a large-scale investment in key sectors. With a state-of-art infrastructure, investor-friendly policy, and strategic connectivity, Micheweni is set to become a regional powerhouse for manufacturing, logistics, and trade. The island is on the path towards economic transformation, offering a secure, profitable, and stable environment for investors in diverse sectors. Tourism is a cornerstone of Zanzibar's economy, contributing significantly to its GDP and generating 80% of foreign currency earnings. Over the past 4 years, Zanzibar has over 2.3 million visitors, and with over 800 hotels and resorts, it is fast becoming one of Africa's top travel destinations. Investing in Zanzibar tourism industry means tapping into a rapidly expanding market with opportunities in luxury beachfront resorts, eco and cultural tourism, health and business tourism. As an archipelago, Zanzibar offers exclusive opportunities for investors to lease small islands, for high-end tourism, eco-resorts, and private luxury developments. These islands provide a unique chance to create sustainable retreats, marine conservation projects, and niche hospitality ventures, catering to the growing market for exclusive and eco-conscious travel experiences. The blue economy in Zanzibar offers immense untapped potential in sustainable fisheries in aquaculture, for food security and exports, maritime trade and port development, and renewable ocean energy projects such as wind and tidal energy, further solidifying Zanzibar's position as a regional logistics hub. Invest in Zanzibar's blue economy for a prosperous and sustainable future. The thriving real estate sector in Zanzibar presents numerous investment opportunities, including luxury residential developments attracting high net worth individuals, mixed-use commercial and retail spaces supporting the island's growing economy, smart city projects and sustainable housing solutions to accommodate the urbanizing population. Zanzibar is fostering industrial growth with exciting opportunities, agro-processing transforming local produce into export-ready goods, pharmaceutical manufacturing to meet both local and regional demands, textile and garment production, capitalizing on expanding international markets. Zanzibar's manufacturing sector is primed for high returns and long-term growth. Zanzibar is more than just a destination. It is an economic powerhouse in the making. With its strategic location, investor-friendly policies, thriving tourism sector, and the diverse opportunities across sectors, Zanzibar offers a secure, profitable, and visionary environment for global investors.
The revolutionary government of Zanzibar is now welcoming all prospective investors who wish to invest in Zanzibar. It is our expectation that the said investment opportunities, among others, will garner your attention. I assure you that Zanzibar is politically, socially, and economically stable, making it an ideal investment destination. My government is committed to continuing our role to provide a conducive and friendly environment for private investment and business opportunities. We are looking forward to hosting and partnering with you to invest in Zanzibar now. Karibuni sana.
The time to invest in Zanzibar is now. Explore and invest in Zanzibar now.
Nigeria's investment in Tanzania over the past 4 decades has played a defining role in Tanzania's economic transformation. Today, Nigerian investors have established 35 projects in Tanzania with a combined investment of $1.39 billion. These ventures have created more than 2,760 jobs, contributing significantly to national revenue, skills transfer, and industrial growth. Flagship investments such as Dangote Industries Limited, United Bank for Africa Tanzania Limited, and Rise Africa Technologies demonstrate the scale and diversity of Nigeria's presence, spanning manufacturing, finance, agriculture, logistics, tourism, and commercial real estate. This partnership represents more than capital. It represents trust. It represents long-term commitment. Tanzania is a resource-rich nation covering 945,000 square kilometers. It is home to Africa's highest peak, Mount Kilimanjaro, world-class tourist attractions, vast arable land, abundant minerals and natural gas, major freshwater lakes, and a 1,224-kilometer coastline serving 8 landlocked countries. Yet, Tanzania's greatest asset is its people, a population of over 64 million, forming a fast-growing consumer market and dynamic workforce. Strategically located, Tanzania provides investors with direct access to regional markets across East and Southern Africa, connecting businesses to more than 450 million consumers. Under the leadership of Her Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, the government is accelerating Tanzania's transformation into a modern, industrialized, middle-income economy anchored on private sector growth. Priority sectors include manufacturing, logistics, tourism, commercial development, and large-scale agribusiness. Emerging high-growth opportunities for Nigerian investors include technology, fintech, green investment, carbon markets, and innovation-driven enterprises. Major investment infrastructure, including the standard gauge railway, strategic highways, port modernization, and expanded power generation, continue to reduce production costs and strengthen Tanzania's competitive position in the region. At the center of investment facilitation stands the Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority, TCEZA. TCEZA operates as a one-stop facilitation center, ensuring efficiency, transparency, and speed. Through special economic zones and export processing zones, investors benefit from corporate tax incentives and structured tax holidays, exemptions on import duties for capital goods and raw materials, VAT exemptions on capital project expenditures, access to service industrial land and ready infrastructure, simplified licensing and administrative procedures, legal guarantees, and full investment protection. Through the Tanzania Electronic Investment Window, investors can register and process applications from anywhere in the world with fast-track services designed to accelerate implementation. Tanzania is stable. Tanzania is strategic. Tanzania is competitive. Africa's transformation will be driven by Africans investing in Africa. The future of investment begins now.
Wow. The future investment begins right now. Thank you so much for those powerful visuals that we have. We are moving very fast to a close of this event, official close, but remember we are going to have B2B sessions where questions and queries can be answered and clarity provided to area of concerns. We'd like to just take for 2 minutes, I will personally moderate this, 2 minutes for remarks from Tanzania participants here today. We have the list of a few organizations that will be speaking to us. Please, can somebody help me with a microphone? The representative of the Tanzania-Nigeria board, that's TBS. TSB rather, sorry. Do we have the representative here? Yes. Please, let's get him the microphone. Somebody should help me with this microphone to him. Francis? No. I know. I won't. No, I will not. So, sir, your name, and in 2 minutes, tell us about what your agency is and how relevant that your functions are.
Thank you very much. My name is Sadi Kambona. I'm the Director General of the Tanzania CISO Board. Tanzania CISO Board is an institution, government institution, under the Ministry of Agriculture in Tanzania. That is charged with regulating the CISO subsector. So this, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. This is, for those who do not know what CISO fiber looks like, I've come with the samples just to demonstrate for you guys to be able to see what I'm talking about. This comes from a CISO plant that was introduced to Tanzania in 1893 by the German agronomist from Mexico, Yucatan. So from that plant, we produce this fiber that has used to be, for making of CISO ropes, carpets, and, packaging materials like CISO bags and all that. But now we have new end use of this plant, from the pole of the CISO plant to the leaves to the CISO bowl, the bowl that looks like pineapple. We have different products coming from each part of the plant. But here in Nigeria, mostly Nigeria been importing CISO fiber from Tanzania. When I assumed office in 2020, the volume to Nigeria was 2,000 tons. But now it's grown up to 5,000 tons per year. So between 2020 to 2025, we've done a business of almost $30 million between Tanzania and Nigeria. I mean, value of the transactions. So we have a variety of grades, CISO grades, fiber that is being brought here to Nigeria. And there are several uses. Like we can see, Chinese, they are very smart. They have technology of softening it, making wigs for ladies. And then they tell you this is a human hair from Brazilian hair, Peruvian. And we men, we buy, pay quite a large sum of money for them. But here in Nigeria, the young boys and girls of Nigeria, they make good use of this for making boards, POP boards, using peso police, which is a very good area for investing. But we are doing it in small scale. We are trying to encourage business community from Nigeria, investors, to see it as a big opportunity, making those boards. You can, instead of making it here, you can come to Tanzania, you can partner with us, we can make it possible for you guys to invest there, make large-scale production of those boards. One good thing about those boards is that as compared to other gypsum boards, those are fire-resistant. You know, these other gypsum boards and other boards, when your house catches fire, those fuel, instead of, you know, making the damages small, they enhance burning of your house. But when you use POP, size boards that were made using pesto police, reinforced by these fibers, they act as the fire resistant, and so the damage for your house will be minimum. There are a lot of advantages which I can tell, but because of time, let me say that we still have those opportunities for business community from Nigeria to come to Tanzania. For more information, you can visit our website, www.saisoboard.go.tz, and also I'll be available here for B&B. After this meeting, we can have more.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I can testify that was part of what the guy that did the POP of my apartment used, and I can say he's good. Thank you so much. All right, so we have next. Please, our lady, you are still with the microphone? Yes. Petroleum Upper Stream Regulatory Agency from Tanzania. Who is the representative? Can we see with a show of hands? Please, 2 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ebahati Diliwa. I'm Principal Geologist from Petroleum Upstream Regulatory Authority, Tanzania, which has been established in 2015. Right now, Tanzania, among others, we are negotiating a liquefied natural gas project for exporting gas to other markets in the world. But we are planning to do a licensing round for those who are aware of the oil and gas, that the second quarter of this year, third quarter of 2026, we are planning to do a licensing round, which among others, we have blocks in the deep sea, and we have others in the western, in the Lake Tanganyika, and in the mainland. The other thing from Tanzania, as other parts of the world, that we started producing natural gas in 2004, and in 2007 we started using gas for motor vehicle, CNG. And from 2021, the government put some incentives, and right now CNG is one of the growing business in Tanzania. However, we are facing some challenges in investment. So among others, we are promoting CNG. Should you have any question regarding the CNG for transportation, for industries, whether it's haulage or whether it's conversion, I'll be available to put some clarifications. Otherwise, welcome to Tanzania, and I'll be available for B2B. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Next, Tanzania Building Agency. Representative, thank you. Yes, please put your hands together for our lady.
Tanzania Building Agency, TBA, is a government entity under the Ministry of Works, established under Section 3, Subsection 1 of the Executive Agency.
My name is Yamina Rumuli. I'm representing Tanzania Building Agency. Tanzania Building Agency is a government agency under the Ministry of Works. We are mandated to manage real estate development and management. We have 3 core business. One is development and management of real estate. Also, we are doing consultancy on real estate and also construction of government project as well as on commercial basis. We have more than 3,000 plots all over the Tanzania mainland. We have more than 6,000 houses we rented to public servant as well as to the general public. Currently, we have identified more than 100 plots ready for investors. So we are here looking for strategic investors to invest with us, to partner with Tanzania Building Agents. We can partner in different projects. You can come for the commercial complex. We can build offices, towers, as well as residential houses. We have several projects currently we have achieved. We can show you on a simple video so that you can know how we work. The project among them are the one for the White House, the State House of Tanzania was built by us. We can show you on the video. And for more information, you can contact me together with Mr. Malco, who is the PPP coordinator. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I like this team. They are keeping to time well for me. Next, Tanzania Cotton Board. Put your hands together for the representative. Yes. Please, let's get the microphone across to him. 2 minutes.
I hope I'm audible. Before all, I'd like your help with these callers. I will say code 1 and you'll speak code 2. Code 1 is Tanzania cotton. Code 2 is white gold. Tanzania cotton? Tanzania cotton? Backbenchers, you've been sleeping since last year's. Tanzania cotton? Yeah, thanks. I'm Ahmed, a coordinator and advisor to the Tanzania Cotton Board, acting as the voice for Sir Marco Charles Mtunga, the Director General, who once served as the President of African Cotton Association from 2019 to 2021. And I'm accompanied by Madam Mariam, serving as the head of cotton classification. TCB, as in cotton, is a statutory regulatory body responsible for cotton, responsible to oversee the cotton subsector from cotton upstream to textile downstream. It actually regulates the industry, advises the government on policy, and coordinates production, quality control, and marketing to ensure sustainability. Tanzania is leading the change towards more sustainable cotton production, are the first largest producer of organic cotton in Africa and the 5th largest in the world. Just to recap, Tanzania is leading the change towards more sustainable cotton production as the first largest producer of organic cotton in Africa and the 5th largest in the world. While Tanzania is the top organic producer, West African nations such as Benin, Burkina Faso, Chad, and Mali are major conventional cotton producers. Tanzania organic cotton is supported by partnerships aimed at improving sustainable farming practices. Few partners to mention include GmbH, Helvetas from Germany, and Laudes Foundation from Switzerland. We have seen efforts to increase organic production, very notable in countries like Nigeria, with such initiatives such as Cotton Made in Africa, which is currently present in 11 countries. So we're looking forward to accelerating investment and trade between Tanzania and Nigeria for economic development. Asanteni.
All right, thank you. Next, Tanzania Tea Board. Thank you. Another lady. Please put your hands together for her. International Women's Day, yes. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Yamisa Mtunguja from Tea Board of Tanzania. According to time, Tea Board of Tanzania is regulatory and development institutions responsible to oversee and promoting tea industry in the United Republic of Tanzania. body is operating under Ministry of Agriculture. In T-board, we have stakeholders who are processors, blenders, small-scale farmers, large-scale farmers, and production potential for now is 70,150 tons. So we have opportunity to you guys to invest in tea sector on Tanzania, okay? Here we produce black tea and the orthodox tea. Black tea, for example, if you don't know, for example here, you will see on BNB, and the orthodox. Orthodox is based on green tea, herbal teas, like this one, hibiscus tea, green tea is here. So you will see everything on BNB. According to time, I will invite you guys to invest in Tanzania, and we are here for collaborations. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I would like to just make a promise on behalf of Lagos Chamber that we will have all these slides sent to all the participants. I think that way is better, right? Please put your hands together for SCCI. So, last but not the least, Air Tanzania, I'm told we have a representative here. 2 minutes. Free ticket, right? Ambassador has spoken. He said free ticket for me first.
There is. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Ngamanya from Air Tanzania. I'm a country manager based here in Lagos. Air Tanzania is a state-owned company, and now we're operating in Nigeria. Our frequencies are on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, once we fly with Air Tanzania, you can have access to connect to other destinations. Domestically, we are operating in Kilimanjaro, Zanzibar, Dodoma, Mbeya, Mpanda, and other places. But regional, we are operating in Accra, Bujumbura, Entebbe, Nairobi, Victoria Falls, Harare, Ndola, Lubumbashi, Kinshasa, Johannesburg. And international, we are operating to China, Guangzhou, Nairobi, Dubai, and Mumbai. So far, I think I have more during B2B, so I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love my Tanzania friends. They keep to time. I must confess that now. Thank you so much for doing this. We'd like to do a vote of thanks, but please permit me, Mr. President, to have a swap between the vote of thanks and photo sessions. I'd like the photo session to hold first. Then we have Honorable Mrs. Tokiban Guluje does the vote of thanks so that we can have it well coordinated. The first set of photos, Mr. President, Your Excellency, Honorable Tokiban Guluje, please let's take forward. Let's step forward, sir. Let's join this first group. Yeah, this is the first one. Can somebody let me get the DG? Is the DG still? Can we have the DG, please? Okay. I wanted to put a lady for a balance. Mr. Gabriel, the Hausa FCA, please let's join this. I would appreciate if somebody help me get the DG, please. Esther. Please help get the DG's attention here. Yes, sir. Are we good? Thank you so much. Can we have all the representative of those boards, the T board, okay, DG is coming, yes, that's fine. Let's have the representative also join, please. Yes. Let's take another row. Some of them are very tall. Yeah. Yes. Would that be better? Please, Your Excellency. That would be too low, Francis. Let's stay like this, Francis. That would be terribly low. Please, let's get back to where we were before. Yes, Your Excellency. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, I like the white gold aspect.
All right. An announcement just before we have Honorable Mrs. Toki Mabogunja join us. Please take note of this. This is very important. The B2B session will come immediately after the vote of thanks, but there are specific location venues for various sectors. Please note this. For B2B on oil and gas, agriculture, textile, and real estate, the venue is the boardroom. Here at SCCI, you could have our officers to direct you to where the boardroom is within the facility here. Oil and gas, agriculture, textile, and real estate. Venue is boardroom for your B2B. Transport and logistics, venue for your B2B is the meeting room 3, still within this facility. Just note those areas and ask our officers who are here. Esther, Sheung, any of the SCCS staff, if you ask me also, I can lead you there. For manufacturing, meeting room 1, still within the facility here. Tourism and ZZL is this all, this Enrifaje Mirokun all. I can take that again. Oil and gas sector, agriculture, textile, and real estate, boardroom. Meeting room 3 for transport and logistics, meeting room 1 for manufacturing, tourism, this Enrifaje Mirokun hall. Please put your hands together for Honorable Mrs. Toki Mabogunje for the vote of thanks. Please put your hands together for her.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for being here. I'm very honored to have been asked to give the vote of thanks today. It's been an incredible day. One thing that I can say to prospective Nigerian business investors in Tanzania is that one of the first things that hits you when you go to Tanzania, it hit me as well, are the enormous opportunities that exist. It just slaps you in the face. This is what it does with Nigerians, you know. there's so much to be done. There's so much opportunity for collaboration and partnership that we shall all benefit from. And just to quickly say that His Excellency Celestine Kakele and our president of the LCCI, made reference to the gap of intra-regional trade in Africa. I remember that before 2020, before COVID hit all of us, intra-African trade was actually at 4%. Now, today at 16%, it doesn't look like much, but in 6 years, it shows that we've all started to push for that prosperity that Africa is looking for. And it can only come when we start to engage with each other. As was said, intra-Asia trade, other regions of the world, they trade with each other before they trade with the rest of us. In Europe, it's at 60%. In Asia, it's at 70%. In the Americas, it's at 57%. In Africa, 16%. We really need to do more business with each other. On that note, Your Excellency, the Tanzanian High Commissioner to Nigeria, His Excellency Celestine Gervas Kakale, the President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Engineer Lea Kukpolui, Mr. Dandy Riganda, the Investment Promotion Manager from TISEZA, council members of the LCCI. We have also with us, I know that this has been done before, but because I'm giving my vote of thanks, we have the retired Vice President of TNCC, Amir Ramza Umar Esmail, who's here himself. We also have Mr. Kamis Haji Dunya, who spoke to us on the investment climate. That's the Director of Special Economic Zones from ZIPA. And we have the representatives who all spoke to us as well. The Tanzania CISL Board, the Petroleum Upstream Regulatory Authority, Tanzania Building Agency, the Tanzania Cotton Board, Tanzania Tea Board. We have with us also Ms. Fumi Folorenshaw, the Secretary General of the Africa Ship Owners Association, who also wears the hat of being the chairperson of the Maritime Group here at the LCCI. The entire diplomatic team from the Tanzania High Commission in Abuja, captains of industry, the Director General of the LCCI, Dr. Chinyere Almona, members of the LCCI, other members of the diplomatic corps, our special guests, gentlemen and ladies of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Cordial diplomatic relations have existed between Nigeria and Tanzania since the 1960s. Lagos is the second largest city economy in Africa, with a GDP of $259 billion US as of 2025. So as Honorary Consul to Lagos State, I aim to enable and strengthen the existing economic diplomacy strategy in ways that will take our bilateral ties to new heights. This event is one of the many ways in which this will be done. And I wish to thank the President and Chairman of Council of the LCCI for hosting and organizing this forum. I wish to further extend the thanks of His Excellency Kekale to the entire team and the entire team of the Tanzania High Commission, to LCCI really and truly for the support that has been given to organize this forum, as well as the various factory and other visits and tours that will be taking place in the next couple of days. Special thanks to you, Madam DG, Dr. Chinyere Almona, for taking charge of this entire process. We're really very grateful. Special thanks as well goes to my sister, the chairperson of the Maritime Group, who, as I said, is also the Secretary General of the African Ship Owners Association, for your partnership in reaching out to your stakeholders and investors in the maritime sector. Thank you so much for doing this. I wish to thank all of our esteemed guests here today. Monday in Lagos is usually a very difficult day for business people and senior executives to accommodate meetings such as this. Thank you for prioritizing this event, and I hope that quite a lot has been achieved and that you have found value in being here. I hope you will engage in the B2Bs, which stand to take forward the conversations that have begun here already. I also thank His Excellency Celestine Kekale and the entire members of His Excellency's team at the Tanzania High Commission Abuja, who really had worked assiduously to ensure the successful hosting of this event. This is a partnership, and it takes two hands to shake. Yes. Thank you so, so much also for making this happen. My thank you also goes to the members of the Fourth Estate, the gentlemen and ladies of the press. Thank you for being here and always amplifying the voice of business. Thank you to all other stakeholders, all providers who have played a role in the success of this event. I look forward to working closely with the Tanzania High Commission to achieve our shared goals. Thank you so, so much. Enjoy the B2Bs. And for the Tanzanian delegation, welcome to Lagos, welcome to Nigeria, and have a fantastic time while you're here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. With that vote of thanks done, I'd like to remind us again about the venues of the B2B. Very important so that you don't go to the wrong room. Please, for the B2B, oil and gas sector, agriculture, textile, and real estate, your venue is the boardroom. Meeting room 3 is for transport and logistics. Manufacturing, we hold at meeting room 1. These all will be for tourism, and I'm also told that you still have coffee and tea. I'm not sure it's still available, but in case you still want to, I'm told that will happen at this hall. Just to also add that lunch will be served after the B2B sessions. Please, at your various venues, be rest assured that you have your lunch served at that point. Once again, thank you so much for coming. We'd like to go to the B2B now. Thank you so much. You can proceed to your venue for the B2B. Thank you.